6.
Warm welcome to everybody. Shaw Young playing Kevin Shalver, the number 1 seed. Shaw playing a bit of a difficult west shot to get onto the black. On the black,
7.
we should go on to see a nice break here. If we look at the way the balls are lying, it's Charles stable. Currently being played at Centurion Mall. The venue is awesome. Everything is perfect. The tables, the conditions, beautiful. Something every snooker player will appreciate. Shaw currently. Lovely control. He's on the black again. Excellent. It's just underhit that. He's got a red into the center pocket, as well as a fine cut of that same red just above the black. And he's playing the red above the black. Lovely shot. Shaw, one of the most formidable break builders in the country, having made 3 or 4 maximums. His aim and plan is to keep Kevin in his seat. Shaw busy unraveling the little puzzle that he has in front of him. It's all about ball choice, how you build a break. It's all about ball choice. Oh, and he hits the knuckle. Kevin's got a chance. On table 2, we've got number 2 seed Fakhriuddin playing our debutant Michael Davids, all the way from Western Cape. So far, he's having a good showing there. In the meanwhile, Shaw at the table again, trying to extend his lead. Green coming to his safety. Kevin's got his work cut out for him. Incidentally, they practice together, so it's going to be interesting to see how this game pans out. Your practice partner, my match with Ryan George as well, same thing. Practice partners, although it can vary. I think he's got safety there, but he's got that red next to the black, and from our angle, TV angle, I cannot see if he's got the red He's looking at the red down the rail. Excellent pot, long pot by Shal Yonk. He's straight on the blue. You should be able to screw it slightly black and be on the... Oh. Yes, not that straightforward. Not that straightforward. Kevin Chalver has that red up at the green pocket. He just needs to settle down. That is not going to help his cause. The number 1 and 2 seeds have reached that seeding not because of how good they look, or they've gotten there on the hard work. They've developed, they've earned that place. And once they've gotten up to 1 and 2, they've held it, made it their own. Could we see a change in that? Could we? All depends on the points. Kevin Chalver plays a telling safety. There's 4 reds out of the pack, 2 on the left hand side cushion and 2 on the bottom cushion or top cushion. And he's played in attacking safety. Kevin has the option of playing the bottom red into that cannon. Or you could play the cannon into the opposite yellow pocket, which he's looking at right now. The 2022 Howe Cup brought to you by Andy Clough and Howe at Centurion Mall. Excellent try. In the center red into the center pocket. Yes, and he's played it well. On the black. He'll play the black into the bottom right hand pocket, off that cushion, and then up for the one below the 2, of 3 reds. There we go, and he's overrun it. These tables are fast. Current cloth being used being the Andy cloth. Shaw looking at a cannon. Nicely held. Shaw slowly developing a feel for the table. Excellent. And 16. Shaw has a choice of colors. The right one to play would be the yellow, which would then put him on the red for the pink pocket, for the center pocket. He's opted for that. He's opted for the red next to or above the yellow and brown. Let's break up to 20 now. But I see the way the balls are laying, a much bigger break coming up. If he can just clear and lovely control shot there for the red into the pink, red into the center pocket, which will then open the pink as well into that same center pocket. Takes the blue out of, put it into a much better potting position and angle. The same here with the black. Excellent pot on the black, which has now given him the second last of the two reds that are available or loose, open on the table. The other three up against rails. Shaw working his way around. Like I said, busy opening up that puzzle. Shaw getting really into his stride now. Excellent pot along the rail. By playing the yellow, it will give him an option to play that rail, the red on the rail. As I said, he's going to play the red. Try and get that white down towards the blue and pink. Yeah. Where's that one? Oh, it's perfect on the blue. Perfect on the blue. He's on a 43 break. Excellent pot.
49.
.54. Bringing his break up to 54. Kevin sitting resolute in his seat that he's lost this frame. There's no coming back to it. Shaw, with being the number one seed, will try and dominate by staying at the table all the time. That is how the top players win. The longer you are at the table, the better it is. I always advise my students wherever I'm coaching, the longer you are at the table, you win the frame. You win the frame, you win the match. It's an old adage saying. Referee Kubus Kirsten setting up the table. Thank you to the sponsors, Andy Billiard Cloth, How, Pool Tips, Cute and Cues, and My Day Brands, the Player's Choice. An excellent juice. We were sitting yesterday in the Player's Garden enjoying a few of the My Day beverages. Excellent juice. I've just come off from having an extremely bad cold. That's why my voice sounds a bit gruff. It was very soothing. The lychee went down exceptionally well. In the second frame, Shaw leads 1-0. Kevin to break off. On table 2, Buckley's got Michael Davids in a tight snooker, which is having problems trying to come out of. Shaw Young currently back at the table, wanting to assert his dominance as the number one seed, number one ranked pro snooker player. Shaw, the assassin Young. An excellent safety shot played by Shaw, by Kevin Shalva. He had to negotiate it in such a way that he didn't make contact with any other reds and get that white ball back up to the bulk, which he has done, and I think he's got Shaw in a bit of a tight issue. Shaw's got a red, that same couple of reds that he's pointing at. But the problem is the position for a color. Pot is there, but it's the color that's the main thing. Shaw taking it on. Yeah. So what Shaw has done there is used those rays to get back up, create an angle to get back up to the bulk end of the table. He's fallen short. He's left Kevin one or two options, but Kevin has to pot. I think Kevin's struggling with the table in terms of pace. Even though Kevin and Shaw have played numerous times, they practice together, Shaw will still show the ultimate respect. He does this with all his opponents. Shaw is one of those players that grinds you, that wears you down. And a foul committed. There'll be a foul and a miss. Referee will put the balls back unless Shaw opts. Yeah, Shaw's asked for it to be respotted. referee's confirmed the exact position of the white. Kevin's gonna reattempt that same shot, and he caught it too thick. The main thing about playing that shot is to have caught the ball very, very thin. Charles left with many reds, but the problem is getting onto a color. So he's opted for the red into the bottom, and as we see there, it is not potted. Kevin's safeties not safe enough because they are giving Shaw a chance to pot balls. And once again I say it's the pace of the table that's possibly getting to Kevin. Kevin should have settled down already. He's played quite a few shots. Choking and weighing up his options. What does he do to maintain this containment? This time he's got away with it. Literally got away with it. That kiss on the second red, glancing it, pushing it up towards the bulk. Charles got a easy pocket red, however, again position on a color. Excellent pot. He's got the blue. He'd love to get that blue on its spot. Could we see a big break coming up here? I think we are going to. These tables are conducive to these players. Players such as Fakhri Khedin, Shal Yong, Mutalib Ali prefer these type of conditions. Tables are fast, reactive, and a hotbed for break building. Excellent ball control. Charles going to play the green into the center pocket and start working his way down towards the black. He wants to get that black into play. By potting that red and by potting that green, taking the red out, he's brought a ball off the cushion. However, I think he's made it a bit tough on himself because now the first red's been blocked by the red next to the blue. He seems to be playing it, so it could be he's got a straight direct angle. Yeah, he's got it, but he's got a long blue now. He's got a long blue. The assassin living up to his name. Current break 16. Weighing up his options. sort of check side to kill the white and try and hold it around that blue so that he can go up into bulk, out of bulk again, and set up for a red. That kiss thought in his effort to get back down. He's got a long red. However, it's one he's not going to play. It's all about how it's playing a long red. An excellent shot by Charlot. An excellent shot. Screws the ball back all the way to the bulk for the green. Keeping this break going. Good recovery shot. As we see on the screen, he's on a 23 break now. Watching the green takes him to 26. Just runs past the blue, giving himself an even more difficult red now. Because if he plays that red, he's gonna disturb the three reds next to the black ball. So let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah. And that's the downside of playing a pot and not knowing where the white's going to go. 90% of the time, players will play a shot where they know the outcome of the white. On table 2, an impressive show of resilience and fight back from the young Michael Davids from Western Province. Doing extremely well. Needs the blue. Shaw breaks down on 27, missing the green. I tell you, ladies, it is excellent snooker being played on both tables, table 1 and 2, keeping us at the edge of our seats. Shaw can see his practice partner is struggling. A raw smile by Kevin. He knows he shouldn't have missed that red. And Shaw's gonna play in such a way that he wants to clear up. He wants to clear up. Shaw misses the long blue. Essentially, the ball is in Kevin Chalver's court. He needs to make maximum use of it. He's on the blue. Kevin can play the blue. He should be able to pot this blue. Just take his time. Excellent pot by Kevin. But where's that white going? Where's that white going? Wow. Stops on the edge of the pocket, on the lip of the pocket. Don't anybody move. Kevin's really struggling. He's not making it easy when he misses. Leaving Shaw with the long pots. That red looking as if it's rolling into the pocket. Yes, almost. Kevin picking up his extension or butt joint, which will give him the added length on his cue in order to reach the white without having to use the wrist. A lot of players utilize this little implement on their cues. Gives it that added length. An excellent pot, but once again, no position on a color. He's got the pink into the top yellow pocket. However, he needs good cueing, straight cueing in order to pot it. Let's see how he does. And he rattles it. Excellent try by Kevin Shalva. 32 Shawl on 32, Kevin Shalva 7. This looks like a top safety coming up. Wide ball back up in the bulk area. Good distance. Kevin Shalva looking at the angles. He's looking at the red, but lovely. He's chosen the right side, and I think he's fluke snookered Kevin, and he's just held his hand out. To Shaw, and he's Kevin's just apologized to Shaw. So let's see how they, on a normal table, this will be very easy to come out. But let's see where that white goes. Let's see where this white goes. He's got it. Excellent. Nicely controlled. Well calculated. That's why it's the #1 seed. A big thank you to the sponsors, Andy Cloth, How Q and Tip Accessories, My Day Brands, Centurion Mall for hosting us. An excellent safety shot by Kevin, putting the white up on the rail. By taking that red or hitting that red up into the bulk, which Kevin can actually see, he could put Shaw into a bit of a problem. He's looking at the angles. Kevin working out the angles. He wants to tighten the screws. However, where's that red going? And he pots it into the bottom pocket where the black is situated. He's got the black. The right shot would be to play cushion first and then the ball. This would then take that white towards the 3 reds. Now that shot right there, excellent cue ball control. And what that showed us and the viewers at home is this cloth is extremely reactive. Unbelievably reactive. The way that white arced after it made contact shows you how much spin was put into the shot. Kevin Shelver missing a long red there and handing the table back to Shal Yong. Shal's not going to let Kevin build up and catch that lead that he has. Once again, he plays a good safety shot. The only red that Kevin can see is the one on the left-hand side of the table. However, he's hampered by the brown, and he's got a bridge over the brown. Good safety by Kevin. And it's back up to the rail. Excellent safety shot by Kevin Shelver. Shal sits down. Kevin approaches the table. Is he going to play safety or will he pot a ball? An excellent pot by Kevin Shelver. In straight into the pocket on the black. Players aren't usually aware of the score line. And if you look here, Kevin pots the black. That gives him 8 points, puts him on 24. Shal's only on 32. And he actually overcuts it. He's left Shal 3 reds to pot. Not the Mark Selby triple effort, but Shal can pot 3 balls. This is opt in for 1 into the bottom right hand pocket. Slows down enough. He's on the pink. He can take the pink, which will then take him down back to the reds. It's all about the angles. The first of the quarterfinal matches being played tonight at 7 p.m. So if you've got load shedding and you're in the Gauteng area in Centurion, pop along to Centurion Mall. Come watch some good snooker, enjoy a meal, and wait for Eskom to get your lights back up. Kevin loses control of the white, misses the red. You can see by the scowl on his face, he wanted to finish this. The longer it takes, the longer he's at the table. The longer he's at the table, it's gonna it's there's a slim, how could I say, window gap between staying too long at the table and staying long on the table. When you're on a break, you're at the table. You're busy maintaining the break. However, if you're playing a tactical battle will wear you out. And one of the reasons why both of them are missing raids, potting, the potting of the raids, is that everything is safety. It's safety orientated now. The match has gotten to a stage where it's safety orientated. So they're not potting. That rhythmical potting is not there. Yeah. So when you're on a break, you're in a rhythmical cycle. Just continue. This is not happening, and this is what's slowing this frame down. And Sharmas is a simple sitter to the center bag. Kevin's got the opposite center bag, arrayed into the opposite center bag. Let's see what happens. If he rolls it, he could get onto the pink and have another red. Good shot. He went. Kevin played the harder of the options. If he had just rolled it through, he's got a nice pot on that red into the center pocket, and if the ball lays correctly, he'll play that pink into the opposite center pocket. So red into the left center pocket and pink into the right center pocket, giving it a bit of a slight angle. It will take him between the blue and the yellow towards the green cushion. But from what I'm looking at, the body language tells me that he's not laying offish or more offensively towards the red that's up in the bulk. So he's going to lay on the pink cushion. Yeah. All these things that take the mind off the shot. Can put Kevin in a bit of trouble here. He's got him tight on the cushion. Red out in the open. Once again, he needs to pot, but he needs to get onto a color. An excellent pot. And he's on the blue. Just rolling that blue into the left center pocket will put him in position to pot the yellow into the green pocket. And then the green into the yellow pocket, brown into the green pocket, and on his way to winning his first frame. Let's see if he can maintain that composure. He's got a good chance. 30 plays 39. He's on a break of 6. Excellent shot by Kevin. He's on the green. All he has to do is just roll it. These tables are quick enough, you don't have to hit the balls hard. An excellent pot there. Shaw can see this frame slipping away from him. He'd wanted it done and dusted 3-0. Kevin still at the table on a break of 11. Attempting a clearance. That will take him 1-1 with the current South African champion, current pro snooker number 1. Just looking at the score. The scores are tied at 39 each. Playing much better. He's settled down now. He's taking his time. But he seems to be snatching at the ball. Telling safety by Shaw. Perfect. Is giving Kevin the option of playing for the pot. But let's see what Kevin does. Kevin being very methodical and playing the safety, giving the distance of the white and the blue, trying to get that distance as far as possible. Ball goes up towards the bulk, and the blue ball coming down toward the black cushion. Tied at 39 each. The second frame here in Centurion, the 2022 How Cup, last 16. Kevin Chalver playing Charles Yonk. An excellent safety shot as he got Kevin. As Kevin got Charles Yonk there, and yes, he snookered him. And ladies and gentlemen, he could try a Peter Ebden special where he could play down the rail with check spin and the ball will arc around the black. Or he could just go the conventional 1 cushion or 2 cushions, which is what we're looking at there. Charles very conservative in his approach to snookers. Not the flamboyant Alex Hurricane Higgins of old. He prefers the methodical approach that many of today's modern snooker players use. Well executed. The weight at which he played the shot allowed him to touch the blue ball and leave the blue ball almost on that blue ball. So Kevin was hampered and couldn't play anywhere but the shot he's played. Oh, a dreaded double kiss there. This will definitely hand the frame to Kevin. Kevin just needs the pink. 39-44. Kevin's on 44, Charles on 39. This frame still anybody's. Unbelievable scenes here at Centurion Mall. These two practice partners slogging it out in the second frame. Dangerous double taken on by Kevin, which now hands the advantage to Shaw, because Shaw needs to pot this pink into the bottom yellow pocket, black into the, exactly, wow, on a normal shot it would have come up above and he would have played the black into the bottom left hand pocket, and that ball is just pulled all the way right past, and he's got to play it now. He's going for the pot into the yellow pocket. Let's see the shot. Oh, and he draws it. And he draws it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to the black, a black ball frame. Exciting snooker happening here at Centurion Mall. Thank you to our sponsors, Andy Cloth. An excellent cloth. I can't wait for it to be the standard in homes and clubs around South Africa. Highly recommend it. I will definitely recommend it. Kevin Shelver winning that frame and making it one apiece. So thank you to the sponsors once again. My Day Brands, How Cues and Tips, Andy Cloth, Centurion Mall. Like I said before and earlier, experiencing some load shedding. Bring the family on down. It's free, ample parking, ample viewing seats, standing room. Have a coffee while you watch the top 16 pro snooker players in South Africa battle it out. And like I said, quarterfinals start at 7. We are opposite the Spur. Thank you to the referee Corvus Kirsten setting up the table, getting the table ready. Getting ready for the next frame. And Shaw breaks off. Kevin looking at the options. He's playing for the 2 reds. Yeah, those 2 reds that I was referring to. But he hasn't struck it hard enough. And that has taken the white midway. It's given Charles a red into the bottom left-hand pocket. Excellent pot by Charles Yonk. Let's see where that white lands up. Charles playing. The blue. but forcing the white up into the bulk area. Kevin, the only option he's got is the red on the side rail. Kevin's gone for the pot, and that, yeah. In my earlier match, I experienced the same thing. You'd play the red in one pocket, it would, sort of hit the jaws, sort of shimmy in the jaws, and then roll across the length of the table or the breadth of the table and into the opposite pocket. Did it quite a few times. It shows you how quick these cloths are. I think Charles just asking the ref there, is there anything on for Maxi? But it's Kevin that's at the table and not Charles. It's making sure everybody's watching the right match. However, Kevin leaves Charles up. Charles going to try and finish up this match as soon as possible, giving him opportunity to rest before his next match. The winners of these two matches will then proceed to play at 7 p.m. So in the quarterfinals. For any budding snooker enthusiasts out there, always remember, high on the red and not straight in line on the pot. So Charles laying high on the red. Excellent pot. The pace has him. He's got the pink. It's not in a straight line. It'll give him natural angle to get onto the next red, which will be to the left, the one on the left. Charles going to roll that red into the bottom left-hand pocket and play the black. Kovaskison just checking to see if the pink spots. Handy little tool that the refs have, which can give them exact dimensions if it's a touching ball or if a spot is occupied. And there we see the black going behind the pack. But I think the blue spot should be open. Or is it? Yeah, okay. The blue spot's definitely not open. They're trying to get it in line. So when spotting a ball not on its spot, it's got to be in line with all the other balls on the vertical. So that would be, for example, the brown, the blue, the pink, the black. And if it's the pink in this instance, and their head referee Andre du Toit saying it should be actually right there. And let's have a look. So if we had to draw a line down the center of our TVs, everything should be in a line. And there we go. Thankless job that the referees do. A big hats off to Andre du Toit and his team. Without them, this fantastic game and tournament that we're watching today wouldn't be possible. So Shaw continues. And he's on the black, perfect on the black. He's got the option of playing the loose red, break currently 16. And they usually say, you know, commentators curse. But it seems as though Shaw is going for a full-blooded shot into the pack. He's got a red. He's got 2 reds. However, both of them tricky. This will, the red that Shaw's opting for is going to take him across the table. Yeah, and put him on the pink, which is played to perfection. Slightly on the rail, not what is wanted. However, he's on the pink. Both top seeds settling in. And there's your dreaded commentator's curse again. Shaw breaking down. Kevin approaching the table now, trying to see what are his options. Can he make a pot? Can he get back into this game? 25 plays 8. Kevin has to tighten his safety game up. He has to, you know, if he wants to compete at this level, he has to tighten his safety game. An excellent pot, an excellent pot. This is an excellent chance to pot the blue and break open the reds. Spread the reds. Oh, and it does it. Perfect. Perfectly done. Good one, Kevin.
6.
Kevin's got to capitalize here. He's got to capitalize. Could we see an upset? Would be hard to say the way this match is going. I would love to support the underdog. I always support the underdog. However, Kevin has shown just spurts of what he can do. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, these players all played qualifiers to meet up with our top 8 seeds here at Centurion Mall, with the next big tournament happening at Gold Reef City. Kevin taking his time now. Let's break up to 15, putting him on 23. Well played by Kevin. Perfect position. Touching ball on possibly one of those reds.
22.
Kevin playing some good snooker. If he continues at this rate, he can take the frame. He can take the frame. Beautiful pot. Takes his break to 30. He's got a red into the center pocket and he can play it to hold for the black. So he'd come around the back of the black Perfect. A bit too hard, but he still has it. Stun shot, yeah, looking for the, of those four, the one that he's pointing at closest to the pink spot. Playing to the center, screw back for the black. However, he's got to play a very calculated screw back. He's overcooked it a bit, but he's still on that red. Excellent break by Kevin Shover. Takes his break to 38. Welcome back, Kevin Shover. Kevin, a formidable player in his own right. Opted for the safety. And he's left ball with 3-4 reds. Let's see what Shaw does. Excellent pot by Shaw. Shaw weighing up his options. Looks as if he's playing the safety. Yep. He is behind. He's not going to take any chances. Kevin, for the first time, ahead in this frame. And frames are 1 each. An excellent long pot by Kevin. Excellent long pot. Kevin really turning on the heat with that lovely long pot into the bottom left-hand pocket. He's got a choice of colors, and that will bring him back down to the opposite side of the table once he pots ball. Oh, he's overcooked it. However, Kevin's still in the frame. 43 on the table. 26 plays 47. $23 the diff. Sorry. 21 the diff, sorry. Shaw playing a safety. That has brought the red back up the table. That safety attempt going over to Rai. He'll be kicking himself. He had the opportunity to put Shaw in a bit of a tight situation, get some valuable points on the scoreboard, and help him to reach that line. Shaw potting an excellent red. Shaw knows what he has to do. And here it comes, ladies. Up and tight behind the brown. As we've seen the whole day, the players struggling to get the way the cushions throw, the angle at which the balls come off. Kevin opting for the top or the rail where the white is, the side rail. There we go. This looks good. Just short. Same line, but a bit more power. That'll give Shaw 4 points. more, Mr. F. Yes. Perfect. The white ball expertly replaced. And again, it's going to come up short. Cobus, one of the top African refs in terms of Q Sports. This looks good. Excellent. Plays an excellent shot. However, Shaw not far behind now. Shaw could opt to snooker him again. Play a stop shot. Move that red up the table. Ooh, and he's played a bit too hard. However, he's put the red in the pocket for Kevin. Kevin on 47, Shaw 35. I am going to need a manicure after this. I think I'm biting my nails here, ladies and gentlemen. Can Kevin Shalva go 2-1 up? He can. I think he can. He's played a bit soft, but it's okay. At the start of this match, Kevin was looking at 6s and 7s, not looking comfortable, and slowly but surely potting the balls has brought him back into this. His frame of mind has changed. The belief is there, and look at this, what an excellent safety shot. His lead goes up 52, 35 plays 52, 17 the diff, 27 on the table. Excellent double kiss there by Shaw. That yellow needs to keep running, and it has. But now it gives Shaw the option of pushing the yellow towards the black and the white towards the brown in a perfect safety battle. Okay, he's opted to do it the other way around. Has he got it? Yes. Green comes to his rescue, covering line of sight. He is snookered. Kevin is snookered once again. He's going for the top rail. This looks close. Oh, that's given Shaw a free ball. Shaw has nominated the black. This will count as 2 points. Oh my. I think he's miscued. He miscued there. He definitely miscued. Because that's, unless he went for the snooker on the green. This has left Kevin a shot at the yellow. Yes, but where is that white going? It's the knuckle. Yeah. Yellow ball safe on the top rail. an aspect that sometimes is forgotten in the modern day game of snooker, the safety battle. And that's a foul in the miss. Brings Scholl's score up to 50. This will now mean Scholl just needs to clean up. I think both players have settled down now and have gotten the feel of the table, the weight, the run, in terms of how the balls run. So this has resulted in this glorious safety battle that we see happening in front of us. However, the safeties sometimes are telling. Both formidable potters. Scholl opting for a safety shot there, which leaves the yellow. He can see it. Kevin can see that yellow. Oh, Kevin Chalva unlucky there. In playing the safety shot, he's knocked the green in, committing a foul, taking Charles Young's score to 54, plays 52. And this means now, if things continue, Charles is on his way to winning this frame. Even our producer, regarding the going-ons on table 1, cannot believe what's happening. Yeah. Coming up. Oh my, he's handed 4 points. Handed 4 points to Shaw. I want to welcome Werner, having commentated on table 2. An exciting match, Werner.
Which one, Rafik?
Both of them.
Yeah, this is exactly what we signed up for.
Yeah.
Bakri winning 3-0.
In terms of time, if we look at it, all right, we've got how many minutes left? 40 minutes?
Just under 40 minutes, about 36, 37 minutes.
So effectively, if Kevin wins this frame, that means he wins the match.
Yeah, it could get interesting. Still time for Charles to pull a frame back and make it 2-2. Which will then take it down to either the frame score within the match, then if it is frame number.
Again, that puts him on 60 now.
But there's definitely a lot of attention here. But maybe if I can just quickly recap what happened over on table 2 as we watch Corbus just get the ball back in position. Fakhri beating Michael Davids 3-0, but Michael put up a great performance in his debut, so very happy for Michael. Can't wait to have him join us again. Contact made on the yellow by Scholl, and off we go. Let's see how this plays out.
It's got a fairly long pot. at the start of the match, he was very shaky, but he settled down. And as you can see, he's running toe-to-toe with the current SA champ. What a beautiful pot.
Yeah, that's
That
absolutely,
is the Kevin I know.
absolutely impeccable. That is great. Yeah, I wonder what's going through Charles' mind at the moment.
He's definitely putting Charles under the cosh there. I mean, the way it is going, Charles really needs to think about some of the shots he's playing.
How's that green?
That is pure adrenaline going through your body. You are so positive when playing those shots that it's not going to miss, and you literally don't miss the shots.
You can also see there, as Kevin was playing that brown, Charles knew he wasn't going to putt it, so Charles knows he's running out of time. He already got to his feet and making sure he's not wasting any time.
He needs the table. He needs the table. There's 22 on the table. He needs to clear it up. If Kevin pots this brown, it's frame over. They're not. I guarantee you, they're not going to play for snow. Charles not going to play for snow because he's going to start that next frame immediately.
This brown is definitely potable, and he does pot it.
And he's potted. What a beautiful pot. Charles knows now. Charles is literally fighting for his life here.
Absolutely.
And like I say, I support an underdog. Our fellow commentator this morning, Munir, spoke to me yesterday when we were busy having a look at the venue, the setup of the venue, and he told me, Rafik, I have a feeling we're going to have a new winner. A new winner.
That's one way to go about it. You can see how much this means for Kevin. He'll go one up from here. Undoubtedly, 20 points the difference. Only 13 on the table. So 2-1 for Kevin.
And with the time in play,
that seals the deal.
Yeah.
Takes a seat. Sorry. This is the frame, ladies and gents. Charles needs to pull this off in just over half an hour to even out the scores. Rafik, you watch the match now in terms of breaks. Who has the highest break between Charles and Kevin?
I think Kevin has the highest, 39.
Very, very impressive. So just to update the viewers exactly how this is going to play out. If Charles manages to win frame number 4 and make the scores 2-2, if there's time remaining, we'll get frame number 5 underway. If time runs out, or when time then runs out, it is whoever leads in terms of points, because it will be 2 frames to each player. And that basically means that the player with the most points scored in that frame, frame number 5, will be declared the victor. If it is a situation where, on the other hand, scores are tied or points are tied in frame number 5, it will go down to who has the highest break. If the highest break is tied, it'll be down to who has the second highest break, third highest break, etc., etc. So, in all likelihood, we could see a massive, massive upset here.
They've got essentially 40 minutes, I think, because it's now exactly 17:56. And if I know our referee team, they run on a strict time limit.
Yes, match got underway at 4:30.
Yeah.
So only 2 hours allowed. So 6:30 is cut off. So
yeah, about 33 minutes.
Yeah.
Kevin can do the tactical thing and slow the game down in terms of slowing the game down in terms of what we call hit and run. So score 15, play safe, put a color ball out of commission, that type of thing. However, it would also be to his detriment. So my advice would be, go for the jugular here. Go for the jugular. You 2-1 up. you sit in on a time limit, go for it. Because if he finishes with a higher score, he's going to win anyway.
Yeah, it's now also a fine balance between how much pressure Kevin is under and how much adrenaline he's going.
Correct.
He's experiencing at the moment, because he needs to balance that out. He can't now let the one take over.
Yeah.
He needs to maintain that. He needs to, being nervous is a good thing.
Correct.
Because it just keeps you focused that much longer.
The thing with the assassin is, we all know why he's called the assassin. He can pull off a century break here within 5 minutes and put himself right back in it.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how he's feeling on the day. Let's see.
Absolutely. It's very exciting to watch as he makes the red, gets onto the black. Not perfectly, but still on the black.
If he plays that slow enough, he can roll. No, the angle's too much. Yeah.
This is the black. Leaves the red onto the middle pocket for Kevin.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is not nerves. That is playing
Pressure.
Yeah, that's pressure, but playing for position.
Did really well with the speed of this cloth to
Yes.
get position onto that red. One must say that. But now, golden opportunity for Kevin. He's made the red. He's on the blue to the middle
On the
pocket.
blue. Looking where he needs that white ball to come to rest. It's like I was saying earlier, I need to go for a manicure tomorrow. My nails are shot.
I'm more worried because you're playing in the next session.
Trust me, that match is not even, I haven't even thought about it. This is so exciting. I'd like to sit here and watch it to its end.
Just unfortunately for Kevin there, running out of position, colliding with the brown. Can still see the red, but this is a very tough shot for him, so I believe he'd rather opt to play for a containing shot, which he does. Charles opening up the balls a little bit, but bearing in mind where he wants to leave that cue ball into the bulk area. Now,
it's a good safety, very good safety.
And the reason I like that shot also, Rafik, is it causes a lot more traffic for Kevin. He can't just make contact with the ball and run it around the table and get back
that's
into.
happening. You're quite correct there.
There's too much traffic now, so he's left a red onto the middle.
If our referee team is listening, I hope they can give us an update on to who's got the highest break. I am certain it was Kevin that made a 39.
Charles has a lot of experience and some broad shoulders, and we'll keep you posted with regards to time, but cut-off is at half past.
That kiss on the red's going to cost him. Charles knows this. Charles knows this. However, it's going to be tight, ladies and gentlemen. The balls are all open. It's a table Charles favors.
And we saw that pressure with the attempt of the black to the bottom right. So we all know Charles is capable of potting, but first time he is under some proper pressure in a while. We saw the pressure being applied last year at Gold Reef City by Fakhri.
Yes.
And Charles was able to pull that one through in literally the last couple of seconds, making an incredible long black to win that match. But since then, he's been extremely dominating in these matches onto the pink.
If you see these small little deft cannons he's playing. There we go, our production team has just confirmed it's actually Charles with a 54 So he just has to tie.
Yeah, so two frames, and then needs to make sure that he is leading with frames,
Correct.
points in frame number 5. So he is in the lead at the moment, 9-6, but still a lot of balls in play. He needs to wrap this frame up as quickly as possible.
And I think this is one of the scenarios that we've looked at countless times, but has never managed to happen. Are we going to see the first? Oh, now that is scary. The minute you see, I know Shaw very well. I played him a lot of times. We might not practice together, but we speak a lot. When he starts doing that, and I've seen him do it in many games where he is down on the back foot. It's not nerves. It's not he's worried. It's just that he's concentrating so much that he takes his eye off the pot. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
nothing phases him. Trust me, nothing phases him. But I think
long
Kevin's
red
got him,
attempts, but they missed that by at least 3 balls.
Yeah, I think Kevin's got him here. And I think Kevin's telling himself, you know, that little bird in his head is saying, just give me one chance, just one chance.
Yeah, and if there's any companies out there looking to sponsor a new player, we can put you in touch if Kevin pulls this off.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is exactly why we're here. We love an underdog story.
Yes,
and this could be one, or it could be one hell of a fight back.
This is like a Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed. Version 2, South African style.
Yes.
And
it's almost a
Shaw pulling it off.
Can still go both ways. We just under 25, or just over 20, yeah, just under 25 minutes left.
So Shaw's got the high break, 59.
It's actually, you say 54, you've got the 59.
54?
You've got the
Oh,
59.
have I got the 59?
For the highest break so far. I think you were just fishing for some compliments there.
No. I've been suffering with a very bad chest, and it's taken away from my preparation for this tournament, but I'm happy the way
I say again, I think you're just fishing for compliments with a chest infection with your highest break of 59.
This should be better. There we go. An excellent safety shot. Excellent safety shot. I must say, I'm really enjoying this match. We'd all hate to see Shaw lose, but the way Kevin's come into this match as an underdog, because literally the first frame he was at 6s and 7s. He was overcutting, hitting the balls, and then all of a sudden the momentum built, and yeah, he is 2-1 up against the number 1. All he has to do is just hold it together. Oh, he's thrown it away. And you know, these guys remind me of hunters. The minute they see any weakness, they're taking you out. Because that's what happens in the wild.
Especially with that experience. And
yes, the minute they see a little bit of fragileness and vulnerability, they pounce.
So an opportunity, golden opportunity for Shaw here to put together a hefty break. There's at least 5 reds out in the open. So it just needs to connect those dots. Red to the middle.
6.
Yeah, stops the cue ball in its tracks, holds it for the blue.
Now he's got the option of 3 reds that are in the middle of the table. The one nearest to the pink spot, the one directly below the pink, and the one to the left of the brown. Do you see what I say? When you take your eye off the pot, it's 16, it's only 8 points. And he's left Kevin on a red. Kevin just needs to do a slight screw back and he's got the pink into the center pocket. And I guarantee you he'll pull it off. Okay, he opted for the follow through. It's given him a harder shot. Possibly taking the brown to the yellow pocket.
So we are approaching the 20-minute mark now.
He's played a safety. Slightly hampered by the black.
And definitely not feeling his confident self, so
Yeah.
Kevin just needs to make sure that he doesn't leave himself, or he doesn't leave Shaw with anything easy to just start regaining that
Correct.
momentum. Because at the moment, the balls are awkward.
Yeah, you know,
the red and the yellow, the black all the way at the
100%.
top of the table. It's just it's awkward.
very awkward.
And then you start pulling off shots like that. Where is the cue?
Yes.
Oh, no, he's still fine. Comes off the jaw.
He's got a lovely pink, which he can play into the bottom right-hand pocket. Screw up. Unless he's going to go off the side push. Let's see what he does. Yeah. Screwed up. He's got that red. I would stun through. I should have an option for either green or black from the tangle.
And I think the way Kevin is feeling at the moment, if he finishes this match, he's buying straight a plane ticket and entering Q school and waiting by the door
Yeah.
before he cools
sure.
down. But it just misses the red to the middle pocket, comes off the jaw.
Shaw knows what needs to be done. I don't think he's aware of the repercussions of his current situation.
Can you imagine the WhatsApp group?
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a pro snooker WhatsApp group with the top 8 seeds. And yes, it's like reading the Daily Mail every morning. We won't go into detail, but that is what Werner is referring to.
It'll be very interesting. But, I mean, irrespective, great sportsmanship,
Yes,
and that's what
yes.
I'm loving.
I mean, 2 practice buddies playing it out on TV in front of total strangers. I mean, this is such a beautiful venue, Centurion Mall. You know, we've encountered, we've experienced car comps for pool, Chinese hayball, but nothing in terms of snooker. And this has happened there. Our favorite, I think it's time we get a juice, a My Day juice. We actually walked into one of the retailers here, and one of the guys bought a juice and he said, please, don't mention this to my day.
No, you can't compete. My Day, the official refreshment sponsor for all the pro snooker events. Great having them on board, and the players are happy about that as well. No one going thirsty at any of the pro snooker events. And that's one thing that we can't say enough is about the work that Diane Moodley and his team's doing. If you walk into any Q Sport events of a reasonable size, you'll see a My Day something somewhere.
Funny enough, the conversation went along the lines that you could only get it at any Q Sport event. Any retail outlet I haven't seen.
That won't stay that way for long because it is incredible juice, and they are growing by the minute. So thank you to Mr. Diane Moodley and his team. And I think while we're thanking the sponsors, why not bring in Andy Cloth as well? Andy Billiard Cloth, that cloth that they're playing on at the moment was also
unbelievable
at the World Games. You played a match on it.
Yes.
Just the consistency, the speed. That's absolutely
I have a
great standard.
I have a newfound love for Andy Billiard Cloth. It's unbelievable. I mean, I play with a How tip already. The How aim tips, and they are phenomenal. It suits the type of game that I play, which is a very power game. You know, as we see, there's the tip on the screen. That is the actual 14mm normal 14mm tip. The How aim comes in at 11mm. It's 11mm specifically made for snooker. Beautiful tip, and very nice. And you know, it's times like these where we have to thank the sponsors for coming on board, especially the manufacturers that are in the game in terms of Q Sports.
Absolutely. And so as we have a look back at the table, since we got so distracted since we brought in the WhatsApp group, but 2 reds remaining. Colors,
Shawl on 28, break of 12.
Still a bit of work to do. We are approaching the 15-minute remaining mark. 15 minutes remaining makes the black.
He's settled down. He's settled down. He'll take this long red and set for the black.
This is a massive shot. If he makes this shot, in all likelihood, we'll see the scores go to 2-all. He's on the black.
On the black.
20 points the difference.
If he was slightly, let's say, 2-3 balls rolls down, he could have played that black into the bottom right-hand pocket, bounced off the rail, and taken that red off from the cushion. And he's missed it.
Still
There's
okay.
only 20 the diff with 35 on the table.
Still okay.
It's still in Kevin's hands. He just needs to grab it, literally grab the bull by the horns. He's opted for a safety shot. The problem with the safety shot like that is you don't know where the red is going to lay after you've played the shot. And especially on these fast cloths, it's very, very hard to determine. Shaw weighing up his options there. What does he do? Does he go for a pot? Safety? Roll it down to the black?
Because he can't really afford to undergo a long safety exchange with Kevin at the moment. He needs to wrap this frame up.
Correct.
Oh, a tempting little red here to the top right for Kevin. He can take this on.
And with any color, because the diff's only 20. Oh,
how's the fortune?
And he's got a snooker. He's got a snooker. I think Shaw can see the red. Shaw can see the red. But he's got to play it extremely fine.
He wants to return that snooker. Oh no, you could see more than enough of it.
And as we colloquially say, return to sender. The ball is in your court, Kevin. Can you see that, Ray? I think you can.
I believe so. Don't think enough to pot it though.
Yeah. That is a good shot.
Balls are really awkward yet again.
Yeah.
And that's actually more in favour of Kevin. If he can just wipe out any opportunities, any unforced errors, and he'll gladly continue for the next 12 minutes with this back and forth and not allow Charles to complete this frame.
But then, excuse me, you should know that with Charles being up 36-16, Charles effectively would at the end of time win this frame because he's ahead on points. That would make it 2-2, isn't it?
No, it's down to the frame score.
Down to frame score first,
Down
and
to
then
frames.
to break.
Then 2 points. Yeah, so as it stands right now, if time had to run out, Kevin is the winner.
Oh yes, the famous Tariq Samsudin and who was it? At Gold Reef City.
Yep.
Same thing.
So frame score first. If frame scores are tied, then they look at points within the existing or the current frame as time runs out. If points are level there, they look at the highest break.
Wow.
So 11 minutes as we slowly but surely approach the conclusion of this match, and this will also be the first match that will be ended before the 3 frames are reached.
Yeah.
If we do reach that point, I don't see either player, Charles or Kevin, reaching the 3 required frames. So time definitely will be a factor here.
That the diff is 21. 27 on the table. If he had potted that black, it would have made it harder for Kevin. This year, Kevin has a chance.
That's the problem here, is getting position onto the green. I don't think he has too much of a problem, and as I say that, thank goodness I didn't complete the sentence. I didn't think he would have...
No.
Creeps out just enough. Didn't think he would have had a problem with that yellow. It's getting to that point in this match now. Charles really needs to pull the trigger now. He needs to force Kevin to either concede or clear the table. This is the yellow. Clock is ticking.
We have 9 minutes. It's a good shot.
And in essence, that's all Kevin needs to do right now.
Yeah. And look, Kevin can pot. He can pot the colors. That's fine. As long as he doesn't give Charles an open view pot in terms of line of sight of pot. Screw up for the... Yeah. This is such, you know, an awesome cloth that it is so reactive. The ball zips all over the show. Unbelievable.
I saw in Fakhri's match as well, he almost had a little raise of the brow there at one point as well. He played almost more like a stun than a draw, and that cue ball just reacted So yeah, great reaction getting that we see on this Andy cloth.
Wow. Captured in the top right-hand corner, top left-hand corner of our screen, our head ref, Mr. Andre Detroit, watching intently.
You can see him now moving over, keeping a close eye on the match. There's the hand by Shaw.
Look, this should be an easy come out. Takes out the rest. It's a simple come out. There's nothing to calculate. Just look. Yeah.
What stage does Shaw go and pull the trigger and just go for it? Needs to be soon.
Six minutes. If Shaw does tie this, it would then go to highest break. Correct?
Yeah, so if they start the fifth frame and there's points scored in the fifth frame and then time runs out,
Yeah.
it is down to the points, the highest points on the
On
scoreboard,
the current frame.
on the current frame, because the scores would then be frame count 2-2.
All right.
If it is 7 points per player in frame number 5, it then goes over to the highest bracket.
Okay. I've never seen Shaw miss this many shots in a row. Either the pressure's getting to him or... So in the instance of, we're currently 2-1 in favor of Kevin Shalva. However, the frame score is Charles Young 37, Kevin Shalva 18 the points. And the time runs out within the next 5 minutes. Does this score get taken into account?
No, because time's run out, and in essence, Kevin is still able to win this frame.
Okay,
But time has run out, so there is not a clear winner of this frame.
I see.
So you can't award that frame to
Yes.
the player in front. It's down to the frames that have been completed. And that is how I understand it. And I'm sure I am correct.
I'll tell you something, this will be a rattler if Shaw is not aware that he can lose this match by not potting the balls. Oh my, look at the safety he's getting. He gets a lucky safety. I think Kevin can just see the ball. Shake of his head. He's got to make sure he doesn't foul. Yeah, perfect. Four minutes.
You also see that Shaw is really picking up the pace walking around the table. He needs to make this long green, and he can clear the table up from there if he just can make this long green and hold for the brown. Is he not trying to pot the balls?
This is what I'm saying. Because the balls he's missing is, I don't know.
That looked more like a double than did a shot to the top left.
My concern is I don't think he's aware that he could lose this frame if it continues. So the urgency isn't there to win the frame. And yep,
Now you see him running.
he's running. He knows he can lose the frame.
This is. I'm quite confident in saying that Charles will finally lose a match in pro snooker.
Oh my word. I think this is sending. Oh, where's the white going? However,
Still needs to clear up the table.
there's 25 on the table, 18. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we had table 2 with Fakhri and Michael,
That's it.
and now we've got table 1 with Kevin and Shaw. Nail-biting snooker.
And Kevin won't be concerned about making the balls, even though he flukes that one. He won't be concerned about making these balls because it's more balls for Charles to have to pot in 2 minutes.
Yes. So it's 21 on the 22 on the table. 21 plays 41. Effectively, still an open game. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
What is happening here? What is happening here?
And I think it's time.
Wow.
I think Kevin's beaten
Wow.
Charles Young.
That's how I have it.
Oh my word. Have we just seen an upset?
All right, let's go find out. Ladies and gents,
Ladies
thanks
and
for
gentlemen,
joining us.
thank you very much.
Al, Andy, my day. Thanks, guys. We'll be back in just about a half an hour for the next round of matches. Stay tuned. We'll keep you posted.